While many manufacturers have been languishing in the bed of boring design, Kia has been on a tear. On this edition of Test Drive, the Rio5. So why is Kia blooming? Ever since Peter Schreier took over as design boss, this once stylistic moribund company has progressed to the point where it now showcases some of the best-looking cars around. The Soul changed the entry-level Ute look, the Sportage has been lauded for changing the face of the typical two-box SUV, and the Optima is arguably the best-looking family sedan around. Now comes the Rio5. It's remarkable how far entry-level cars have come in terms of what you can get. In this Rio5, you can get the bare-bones car, or you can get a fully loaded one that includes full leather and a heated steering wheel. The one thing that really did impress me, this multimedia interface. You can control the phone and media by just talking to the car. For instance,
please say a command.
Sirius Channel 49.
Sirius Channel 49.
Now the music starts playing, and you've accomplished that without taking your hands off the wheel or your eyes off the road. It's more of the same beneath the sheet metal. At one time, buying something under $20,000 brought hand-me-down technology. What was once used by a more expensive sibling was passed down to the newbie the instant the R&D costs had been recouped. This is now a thing of the past. The Rio5 is powered by a 1.6-litre four-cylinder engine that features everything its more expensive rivals do. Direct injection, variable cam phasing and a variable intake. In this instant, it all conspires to produce 138 horsepower and 123 pound-feet of torque. This is enough to give the Rio a peppy attitude. When it comes to versatility, this Rio5 is very good. To begin with, it does have a much-needed rear wash wiper. On this car, there is a backup camera, and when you pop the tailgate, you'll find 15 cubic feet of space with the seats in the upright position and about 50 cubic feet with them folded flat. There is, however, a minor nit. They don't fold flush with the floor. Pair the engine's work ethic with a 6-speed automatic transmission with a manual mode, and the powertrain delivers plenty of pull off the line, a strong mid-range and decent response at the top end. No, I'm not talking blow your socks off rock and roll power, but for most eventualities the Rio satisfies driver demand. For the record, it runs to 100k in 10 seconds and accomplishes the more important 80 to 120 move in 7.3 seconds. All new cars now have electronic stability control as standard equipment. This Rio5, however, it takes things to the next level by using the electric power steering to turn the front wheels if something goes wrong. For instance, if the back end slides out, it'll turn the front wheels about 3 or 4 degrees into the skid. That helps the electronic stability control system keep the car pointed in the right direction. It's a rarity on most cars. It's unheard of at this price level. In the ride and handling department, the Rio5 again sits above all. No, it's not the suspension. In this regard, the Rio5 is a tad harsh, although the car did feature the sport suspension. In this case, it's the compression damping at the rear that leaves a little to be desired. However, the rest of it is first rate. The steering is very nicely weighted for an electrically assisted system, and it delivers delightful feel and feedback. This and that advanced electronic nanny deliver a car that is a welcome departure from the entry-level norm. So there you have it, an entry-level car that stands well above its price point. There's an old saying, perception lags reality. The perception is that Kia produces cheap rides. The reality, they are producing some segment-busting cars like this Rio5.